Episode 2 of 2 begins with one of the cursed group Q members begging Getu to save him from one of the cursed spirits. He threatens that his comrade Bayer will mess him up if he doesn't, but Satoru sends Getu a picture, indicating he defeated him already. At the same time, Fushiguro watches a boat competition, and his comrade wonders why he's lazying around. Fushiguro says he's waiting for the perfect opportunity to strike at Satoru and wants someone else to weaken him. We learn that Fushiguro is a sorcerer killer, is terrible with money, and has some potential relation to Megumi. Meanwhile, Satoru and Getu question if they should take the star plasma vessel girl, Riko, to the hospital. Riko awakens and slaps Satoru, questioning if he works for the men who attacked her. Getu informs Riko that he isn't with them, but Riko's not buying it and insults Getu. Riko's friend Kurwa arrives and sees the boys tormenting Riko. Getu explains his curse manipulation technique to the girls as Satoru belittles Riko for her rude behavior. Riko declares that she's Tengen, and they should declare her as Tengen even after assimilating with him in the future. Satoru and Getu ignore her and believe they won't feel bad sending her off now that they know her behavior. Riko realizes she's late for school and orders Satoru and Getu to take her there. Satoru calls Mazumichi, and he informs Satoru that he and Getu must comply with Riko's demands since Tengen wants them to. Getu reminds Satoru what will happen to Riko when she's assimilated and explains why it makes sense for Tengen to want Riko to live a pleasant life for the time being. Kurwa tells our boys that Riko doesn't have a family because she lost her parents in an accident when she was little. Kurwa's taken care of her since then and asks Getu and Satoru to let Riko have fun with her friends before her assimilation. Getu tells Satoru to head to Riko's side because two of the cursed spirits he sent her way got exorcised. The trio head to her school, and Kurwa tells them that Riko could be in the school's music room or chapel. Satoru heads for the chapel. Kurwa takes the music room, and Getu visits the other vacant areas. Meanwhile, Fushiguro speaks with his comrade over the phone about his plan, and we learn that Star Religious Group paid him 30 million yen for Riko's bounty. Further, she explains that if Riko dies, the deposit will vanish, resulting in Fushiguro not getting the full reward. Fushiguro says that no one can kill the star plasma vessel if Satoru's nearby due to Satoru's powers. Fushiguro's unsure if he can kill Satoru but tells his comrade he'll leave the bounty for Riko's head up for 47 hours and let his fools weaken Satoru and the others with him. Something bugs Fushiguro, so he plans to head out and intervene in their foray. He hangs up on his comrade and leaves the restaurant. Meanwhile, Getu stumbles upon an enemy and engages in a mind-numbing intense bout with him. After receiving a brief flashback of the enemy's past, Getu makes quick work of his foe and asks him where his allegiance lies. Satoru enters the chapel and finds Riko and her friends inside. Her friends lose their minds over Satoru's beauty and Satoru's leaning into their lust for him. Their instructor tells the girls to pipe down but secretly hands Satoru her phone number. Satoru pulls Riko aside, and they head for Jujutsu High. Kurwa stumbles upon another enemy and, with Getu's help, defeats him. Getu and Kurwa plan to follow Satoru to Jujutsu High. Getu informs Satoru of intel he received from the man he defeated. At the same time, the one he helped Kurwa fight escapes to fight Satoru. He tells Satoru that someone placed a 30 million bounty on Riko's head from an underground cursed website. Getu says these men have until 11 AM, the day after tomorrow, to complete their mission. Satoru fights his companion's enemies and toys with him. After showing off and failing at his technique, the episode closes with Riko informing Satoru that someone captured Kurwa.